Hello, I'm Captain Phoenix and welcome to my corner. In this video, I'm going to bring an interview with Fred Thomas, the owner and the only employed in Sam Records. I went to Paris, where his shop is, last week to do some vinyl hunting and to talk to Fred, who's always very welcoming when you want to contact him or speak to him. I visited him 2 years ago and now again. And one of the things that I talked to him about was this release, the latest release, Sahib Shihab and the Danish radio jazz group. We're going to hear what Fred says about the background of this recording and the tapes and his pressing plant and some of his future ideas and plans for new releases. So I hope you'll find this interview interesting and hang on. Just before we go to Paris and talk to Fred Thomas, I'd like to mention that in my latest video, I made a review of this release, and actually not only of this release, but also of a release of the same record from Japan in 2001. And this is the 2023 Sam Records release. I listened to both of them and I reached the conclusion that the Sam Records release was more detailed, more dynamic, and had better control bass. Another big YouTube channel made the same comparison a few weeks later, here in the beginning of 2024, and reached the opposite conclusion here. So that made me wonder how that could be. So I went back and checked these two releases, and I still stand with my conclusion. The Sam release sounds better. I've had a lot of mails and contacts from YouTubers which find the same conclusion as I have. And one of the reasons I think that the other channel, which I don't want to mention here, reached the opposite conclusion was that the guy who listened to them was not aware that the sound level was very different on the two releases. And you don't even have to listen to the record to see that. Here we have got the Japanese release from 2001, and notice how little distance there is between the last groove and the label. And if we take the Sam Records release here, cut by Kevin Gray, we can immediately see that the distance is much larger, which means that the grooves are not cut so wide and the level is lower on the... And if you do not compensate for that there's a big difference, actually 5.9 decibels, which is a lot. It's a huge difference. If you do not compensate for that, the louder version will sound better in your ears. That has to do with our hearing. So you have to regulate for that. So you listen to two different releases at the same level, even though they might be recorded at different levels. All you have to do is turn your volume control up and down, or down. So yeah, so that's a basic when comparing releases, and that made me wonder, and that was one of the things that I talked to Fred Thomas about. So why don't we meet the man? So here I am at Sam Records, the shop in Paris, and I'm very excited that Fred is here. Fred Thomas is here. Hello, Fred.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
And thanks for taking time for talking to me. I got the opportunity to ask a few questions, and one of them will be around this one of your latest releases, two latest releases, the Shihab. Yeah, and the Danish radio jazz group. And as you might know, I'm from Denmark, so it's a little closer to my heart than so many other things. This has not been released for many years.
Yes.
It's from, there was
20 years, 22 years.
Yes.
Yes.
And the
Japanese
Japanese reissue.
yes,
Yes.
it was a Japanese reissue.
So, and that is gone, and the original is nowhere.
No.
No.
I just see the original cover, but the records no.
No. Okay. But you had the master tapes for this one.
Yes.
How did you get those?
So in 20 years ago, the Atelier Savano makes this reissue. And,
the Japanese reissue.
And about Atelier Savano buy the original tapes from the original producer.
in
So-
Denmark, maybe somewhere.
Yes, in Denmark.
Okay,
So
so
they have the tapes,
yes.
and when I didn't know that, but
Mhm.
Sabano is my distributor in Japan.
Okay.
So I know Minoru Sabano, one of the two brothers.
They're two brothers.
Yes, and when I decide to make the reissue, I asked to him which guy I need to contact to start from the tape, to have the tape and have a
Yes.
contract. He
Yes.
said me.
Well,
So it was
lucky.
easy.
Yes. So he had the
Yes,
the
he
tape.
had the tapes, and
Yes.
he told me, but the problem that the tape are in Japan.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he go back to Japan 3 or 4 months later,
Yes.
and when he come back to France, he bring me the original cover, is the Japanese test pressing, and the tapes.
Okay. Yes.
So I have.
And there's a tape here. Is
Yeah.
that?
Yes,
this-
side one
That is side one
Side-
of what
of this
came
one.
to be
Yes,
this
exactly.
record. That's incredible.
The other.
And the other one is over
Yes.
there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
So
that's-
I used the tapes,
Mhm.
the original tapes, to digitalize,
Yes.
because these are not my tapes,
No.
and I can't send the tapes
No.
directly to Kevin Gray.
No. No. Across the world.
Yes,
No.
across the world, I think it's expensive
Mm.
for the insurance, and in case we lose the tapes,
Yes.
I think it's
Mm. So you had it mastered here in
Yeah.
Paris.
yes.
Yes.
Because I'm working with the same sound engineer,
Mhm.
François Luxembourg, since the beginning of Sam Records.
Yes.
He worked for Universal since 20 years.
Mhm.
He's just he has really good equipment. He's
Yes.
he's a guitarist.
So he's a
Yes,
musician
he's
himself.
a musician.
Mhm. Yes.
He loves blues and jazz first. He
Yes.
loves music, but
Yes.
jazz, blues and jazz first. He had a good ear. I found it good ear, and he knows his job.
Mm.
And I hope I'm working with him in the beginning,
Yes.
and then I send the high-res files to Kevin Gray
Yes.
to make cuts.
So there has been a little repair work on these
Hello,
old tapes.
Yes, we
because
we
they
make
are-
some. He makes some correction, no compression,
Mhm.
just high frequencies and low frequencies,
Mhm.
because due to the age of the tapes, the
Yes,
original
yes.
tapes, because we are in 2000, in 2024.
24 now, but you made it last year probably.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Yes. So
and
they are old.
sometimes we can't hear some problem.
Mm.
You have some problems
Mm.
with tapes,
Mhm.
and we have today some not digital process, but digital work to analyze
The frequency
the
and
frequency,
yes.
and you can find some in most of them in the low frequencies. You have some trouble.
Mhm.
We can hear
Okay.
this,
Yes.
but this trouble, I don't know the name in English, but
Okay, but
it's a sort
it's
of
not
it's
as good as it should be.
So you
Mm.
can
you
remove
can-
this one,
Okay. Yes.
and in this case, you have different dates of recording.
Yes.
So the sound is not exactly the
So
same.
the sound is different on the.
Yes,
on the-
and
okay. Yeah.
we can when you heard the tape, you say, okay, everything is perfect.
Mhm.
But we digitalize the tapes.
Mhm.
You look and you say, okay, no, the sound is not.
It's not even.
Yes,
No.
and you need to make some correction, but it's not correction for the music.
Mm.
It's just a question of
Yes.
global sounds or
Yes, the differences.
yes, the difference
in the
between
yes.
level.
Okay. Did you know if there were any restoration done to the Japanese reissue back in 2001?
I think yes, when you compare both, there is compression on the Japanese.
Yes, that's
But
an interesting
yes,
question. Yes,
yes,
there have been
yes,
some reviews
yes.
of both the Japanese and the
Yeah.
original, and,
Yes.
and this one here.
That's why the sound is more punchy.
It is. Yes. That's what I found. I got the Japanese
Yeah.
myself, and I compared them, and
Yeah.
the Japanese is much louder.
Yes, it's
much
louder.
much more
But
volume.
it's exactly like on the radio.
Mm.
When you listen some music by Charlie Parker
Mm-hmm.
on the radio, you're not sure Charlie Parker is dead in 55.
Yes.
He probably dead in 65, because
Yes.
there is compression and it's more modern, it's more actual.
Yes.
But it's impossible.
What I found that
It's the same.
this release is more detailed. It's the bass is better controlled, and it's a little more dynamic if you compare the top level of the average level of the sound. There's a little difference there, so it's not as compressed as the Japanese.
No, there is no compression, and we always try to respect what we have.
Yes. And then it went to Kevin Gray, who did the cutting.
Yes.
Yes.
So we send the files, and Kevin do another job because he's a sound engineer or just a cutting man. So he make a sort of mastering.
Yes.
With his own
equipment.
his own equipment and his own. It's a
his choice
exactly
of
what he did with the other issue.
Because if you look at the record, you can see that this one, your release is cut much. The distance to the label is much larger than on the Japanese release. Is that Kevin Gray's decision? To
yes. It's a decision of Kevin Gray. Okay. He did the same with the Blue Notes reissue, classic record on Town Poets or other reissue. The blank at the end of each side. It's important to
so
reduce.
It's not cut so loud, so hot,
so you need to put volume,
to get the same
play loud, play loud.
But both all.
But when you put the
volume up, it opens up.
Yeah, it's up and up.
Yes. And it's very silent as well. And you've used a new pressing plant for this one.
Yes.
As I understand it.
Yes.
You used the Palace way back and then Optimal.
Yes. I at the beginning it was Palace because Palace was and is the best pressing plant in Europe.
Yes.
First. But just before COVID, I received a complete order. All the record was defective. From 100%.
From Palace?
Yes, from Palace. So they repress this title, no problem. And when I decide to make repress for other title, the delay was horrible.
Everything was stacked up and
and they don't send emails to small companies like me to prevent to give the information that a new boss is coming at Palace, and today the delay for the small company are 1 year. Years. So I decided to change to Optimal. Yes, it was not a good idea decision.
So there's been quite some problems.
But I think quality is not. It's not with Palace or Optimal, but I think they have with COVID they have problem to find personnel to check the quality at the when they press.
Yes.
And I think when you have a problem on the first record, you have the same problem at the end, and when you have this problem, you know that nobody's controlled during the pressing.
Then that's good. Yeah.
So,
but Optimal could make some good records. I see the Big Bill Brunty you got there. Yeah. That was the last one pressed at Optimal. Last one of your releases.
Yes.
That sounds great.
Yes, the sound is great. When they are working.
When they're good, they're good.
Yes, they're good. They are good.
Yes.
Like a lot of pressing plants, but they need to check
the
when they press.
Control,
A real and good quality control. That's why I changed.
But you changed again for this release and the Heat Brothers as well. Yes, to a French pressing plant.
A small French.
Small one.
Yes.
Another small
partner. It's a small. Yes, it's a small pressing plant. They have only one press. Yes. 3 guys, one press in Marciac in south of France.
Yes.
And it's a crazy guy because this guy didn't know nothing about pressing plants and record company. He completely changed his job and
started this.
Yes. And
from nothing.
Yeah, from nothing, and
Okay.
he go to, I think he visits Optimal or Palace to have some information. He go to in Sweden to see the guy from Phoenix to Lex Alpha and so on. He asked some question with different person in this music industry, in the music industry area, and he love music, and he decide to press records.
Yes.
And today
bought the machinery.
Yes, he bought a
used machinery.
no, it's a new,
It's a new. Okay.
a new Tulex Alpha, and he decided to learn, and today he can repair his machine,
his own machine, so he can.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And but it takes probably 2 years to have this quality
to get into.
But he check all 20 records. He check the quality.
Okay,
So,
20,
yes.
because he checks. So if there's an error, he'll catch it early.
Exactly.
In the process.
Yes.
Yeah. And have you experienced less quality problems now with this one and the Heat Brothers than before with the?
I check all the record
I know.
I sent, and I had a lot of order with these two new titles.
Yes.
And I have just one record with a small defect.
Okay, out of many
today
hundreds.
I continue to check all the record before sending, but it's just
it's just up there.
Yes, to check.
Yeah. Okay. I think So that's good, and it sounds good, and it's noise free as well from my experience with it. So
and I make two repress, the Chet Baker and the John Lewis Asher
on this new pressing plant as well. Yes. This is limited to like 3,000.
Yeah, 3,000 copies, but
you could maybe
I didn't have. I don't want. Okay. I announce limited 3,000 copies. Okay, I can make another pressing, but
yes,
I would like to make 45 RPM pressing.
Okay,
of this one. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Would that be 4 discs or
could it be just on two? Yes, two records.
Sorry, two discs.
Yes,
4 sides.
Records,
yes,
and make a limited edition, but I'm not sure.
You're not. That's not the first project you have.
It's not the first project.
Okay. Okay.
No, I have some other projects.
Yes, that would be interesting to hear if you have any plans that you can reveal.
Yes, I have. The next project. I have a new an unissued live session by Malwaldron in Paris in 1970.
1970. Yes.
Yeah, in Paris, in the Palais d'Orsay, dans les salons du Palais d'Orsay.
Okay, that's a museum.
Yeah, today it's a
museum. Yeah. Okay.
And it's a Malwaldron. It's a trio. It's just after the first record he made for ECM.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's the same vein as this this record.
So that's on your schedule. That's on the plan.
Yes, that's on the plan probably before the summer.
Okay, summer 24. Yeah. That's not so far away.
No.
Okay, so you're already doing the job. Yeah. Okay,
and the other new release is reissue on the Artisan series with
the silk screen printed.
Silk print
series.
like the Big Bill Bronzy.
Yes.
We made the reissue of the Django Reinhardt.
Okay. Yeah.
The only records the record he made in 53 when he died.
Okay, that was the year he died.
Produced by Norman Granz.
But you have you have issued that before, so it'll be a reissue or the first time?
No, it's the first time.
It's the first time.
Yes, but we made a 12-inch on 45 RPM because the sound quality is good, but it's not fantastic.
Okay,
it's Django.
So you'll be pressing the silk screen. Yes, and you're involved in that as well. As you get
yes, it's yes, and we have two other new releases on Artisans.
Yes,
but we have signed, but I don't have. We need to find the original cover art, and
Okay, yeah. And you
impossible
haven't
to
found that as well, but you have got the music of some
We,
new.
we have
of
we
some
have the
new,
music, we have the contract, and so on.
but that's
But
two
it's
more, but
yes,
which you cannot
yes,
mention yet.
yes.
We'll look
Later,
up.
probably in 2 or 3 months, I
Okay,
can announce, but
I'll
not
see if I can
today.
get back to Paris by
Yes,
then and hear a little
exactly.
more. Yeah,
Yes.
okay, that's good. Well, great. Thanks for all this information, Fred.
You're welcome.
I'm glad you had the time, and I hope to see you
See you.
another time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you found this little interview with Fred Thomas interesting. He was very kind and, as you can see, welcoming and gave a lot of information. And I'd like to mention that I was not invited or paid for. I made the trip to Paris from Copenhagen at my own expense and had some nice days there. Paris is a wonderful city, even if you do not go to Sam Records or other places. It's a nice. But I did some minor shopping and had this talk with Fred. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you back next time. Thank you.